Hello there, readers of the Sonic Seducer's magazine. You are watching a Sonic Seducer video with Nightwish, and my name is Floor.
And I'm Troy.
Here we go. I was, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I started singing in a metal band around the same time that Nightwish was formed, a little bit later. So when the first news of the existence of Nightwish came, I was very interested to hear other bands with a female singer, and was well impressed from the get-go.
I had a friend, Pip Williams, who I've known for a long, long time, and he did the orchestrations on the album Once and all the subsequent albums. And he said to me, just been working with a band. I think you might find them interesting. I went, what is it? What's it like? He went, it's kind of metal. And I went, I don't know. He went, it's not like any metal you've ever heard. I went, okay, but I come from a background of progressive rock. Well, it's Pink Floyd, yes, Genesis, all that kind of thing. But with sprinklings of hard rock, I must say, lots of Zeppelin, all that stuff. But metal I've never really got deeply into. Anyway, he sent me a copy of Once, and I just thought, this is like nothing I've ever heard. This is really quite something. So then I became a serious enthusiast. Things changed for me.
On my end, fundamentally, there's almost nothing the same, but that's not only because of Nightwish. I also got married and got a child, which of course changed how life is. But I changed countries. Life really changed.
It completely rearranged perception of what I do, especially in the UK, because I was known on the kind of folk rock scene in the UK. So it changed that a lot, but one of the main things for me was just when you think you can't meet any more people who you can love and become close friends with, you do, and that was a wonderful thing. Is the whole Nightwish family is very much an open-hearted system, a group of open-hearted people. So that was wonderful, including the crew. So it is very much a family atmosphere, and that had a big effect as well. Mm-hmm. Survival, doing the thing that you really love. You know, doing something that's part of you and your dream since you were a child, and to survive doing it is everything.
Yeah, and with all the possibilities that it provides to make a huge album with such a production and all that comes with it.
All of that.
Yeah, definitely. And to spread the music to so many people worldwide.
Especially that.
That is what success brings. And
it's wonderful when you get feedback and reactions from people in Japan or in Sydney in Australia who've been deeply moved by something you've done. It's an absolute privilege.
Yeah.
And it's a joyous thing. I just have to pinch myself really sometimes.
Yeah.
No, of course you can. Of course you can. It's difficult, but we talked about this earlier. It's a matter of experience, you know, and we're all very experienced. We've been doing it for a long time, all of us. So we know how to decompress ourselves when we come back to the surface, and we don't come up too quick because you get bubbles in your brain, and that's not good.
Yeah, and it's careful planning. Like I am the mom now of a young child, so the dynamics is always a bit different than when you have a bit older children.
Yeah.
But you know, whether or not you have kids, the home life, the not on the road life, the life next to the band life, it's very important to have a balance between it all. And how you do that is personal, how much you need it, and then it's great to see that Nightwish we're friends amongst each other to start with. And in my case, the band's been very facilitating for me to have a kid and bring her on the road and combine that life. Because in the end of the day, it is one thing and band and the rest, it's one thing. So if the closer that comes to being unity, the more easy it becomes to combine. And Nightwish is big enough that it's not going to be like, hey, next week we go on tour for 3 months. You know, these things are carefully planned and planned ahead. So we get the chance to do our planning.
And I think we're a bit of a rarity in that a lot of bands are famously divided among themselves. You know, don't see each other, don't talk to each other when they're not working, all that kind of thing, or have separate dressing rooms, all that kind of stuff. We all muck in together and do what we do. We have our little systems. We play games and poker dice, and we go out we have a curry club, which we're gonna actually publish a book on it, aren't we, at some point? Yeah, we should. Of our
all
reviews
our experiences
of Indian restaurants all over the world. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So we've got that kind of thing. So we've got hobbies within the band as well. All of these spill over into our domestic life when we get home, and we do stay in touch. We stay in touch and talk to each other. That's what we do. So I think we're unusual. I know lots of bands who don't speak to each other. See more of your friends. Get out, put your laptops away and your phones. Get outside, get out there, have some fun with your friends and talk to them and all your loved ones. And breathe the fresh air.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and of course that we hope you enjoy the album very much.
Definitely.
We're very proud of it.
In the fresh air.
In the fresh air is maybe the best.
Yeah, with headphones in the woods, that kind of thing.